Hi, Jagdish. We'll start session in few minutes. Good morning, team. Good evening, if anyone joined from abroad. So we will start session in a few minutes. Before going to the actual class, if anyone have a questions, doubts, issues, anything we can discuss, guys. Hi, Jagdish, Jay, Shabina, Yamuna, Vijay. Guys, anyone have a questions?
Okay. Good morning, guys. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Yes, good. We can hear you. Good morning.
Sure. Thank you for that. So anyone who has not joined our WhatsApp group, so today is our first demo class. There will be 4 more demo classes for our course. You can join this particular WhatsApp group where you will be getting direct Zoom link to attend, or else you can go and log in into our website. I'll be showing at that end how to go and log in and access our first 5 demo classes. But to have a easy accessibility, please join this particular WhatsApp group. Now, that being said, so what we are going to start today is I'll be explaining few things with respect to the course, what is the curriculum, what's the structure. So I'll give some idea why we are using specifically a Snowflake and what we can do with respect to Snowflake, how we can build our pipelines using AI or anything with respect to what we are going to do for next 5-6 months with our course. I'll be giving that particular information. And if you ask me who am my name is Shivasagar. I have around 8+ years of experience in IT. From past 5 years, I've been working as a cloud data engineer. Before that, I worked on some of the on-prem systems. I used to work as a SQL developer. I used to work on various ETL tools like Informatica, SSIS. These all are on-prem system I used to work. And then from it's been a 5+ years I've been working on cloud related technologies. I've worked on various domains. I've worked on healthcare, finance, HR, e-commerce, lot of domains, lot of projects I have handled. And the main tech stack which I have worked is AWS, Azure, and Fabric. The technologies apart from this cloud I have worked with Snowflake, DBT, Matillion, Airflow. I worked with Databricks. I'm working as a data consultant in JP Morgan, one of the reputed MNC, where I'm handling a team. And from past 2 years, I've been working as a mentor at KSR Data Vision. This is a very small introduction about myself. When we go forward and all, I'll be explaining more about my experience and all, what all things we come across in real time organization and how we can handle all those things. I'll be explaining in further classes, but this is a very small introduction about myself. Now, coming to what's agenda of today's class, we'll just try to understand what is the use of data, why data engineers are required, or why there is a requirement, and what would be a typical roadmap for data engineers in 2026 or coming days. And we'll just try to analyze overall job market and all. And at the end, I'll be showing you all curriculum, what are the projects we are going to do, each and everything related to our course. I'll be explaining about that. The small introduction, what we are going to see for today's class. Now, I'll be taking your doubts. I know you'll be having so much doubts about course and all. Give me some time. I'll be first explaining you a few things, and then we'll come back to your question. Whatever is there at the end, we'll be having some end-to-end discussion. Are we good till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sure. Thank you for that. Now, before going into actual whatever the discussion, let's have a small discussion. Okay. Now, do you see this? What is this?
Pipeline.
Okay. Okay. So I live in Bangalore usually. So Bangalore is one of the great cities you all know, where we have beautiful climate, we have amazing weather, a lot of things to do in Bangalore. But one of the worst thing that I don't like about Bangalore is what? Traffic. Yes. Anyone from Bangalore?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, what happened was recently near my area or when I was traveling to office and all, I was seeing these people are digging the very good roads. Okay. For a few weeks, when we will travel, they completely dig up these roads. Workers are working on laying these pipelines and all. And after days, they close that particular road. They create again all surface and all. They create it as new. And after 1 or 2, 3 months, again they dig up and they do this laying of roads. Have you seen this? Yes.
Yes.
Now, Do you guys feel frustrated this? Why they're again and again doing digging and all? Can't they do plan everything at once and finish it off at one go? Every alternate year they will be digging this and adding these pipes and all. So many headaches, right? Waste of infrastructure, waste of money, waste of doing. The government has to make use of our money to do all these things. We are paying tax and they're doing all this unnecessary stuff. Can't they plan earlier? Do you think like this?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Now we need to understand something called as system underneath. Now, why this? Let's consider one use case. Now, let us assume these pipelines are built for carrying of water. So every day we need water. We know that without water, we cannot survive at school, we cannot survive at office, we cannot survive at our home. Each and every day-to-day activity, whatever we need for that water. Okay. Now, water does not start at your home. It should start at some source. That might be your river, that might be a reservoir, that might be lake, anywhere that is away from your CPD. All those sources from that data, water should be collected, and they will be usually sending it where? From treatment plant, water treatment plant. Can you go and consume directly from your lakes and all? No, right?
No.
So you cannot directly go and consume anything from lake because that should be cleaned. They should be clean that particular data, filter that whatever the dirt, bacteria, any harmful substance, everything is there. They have to remove that and then they have to store that clean water. And once that clean water are stored, maybe in the heavy or anything, they need to come and send that to your particular house. And that can be done through this what? Network of underwater pipes that are distributed across different houses. But whenever you use that tap water, that already that water has been gone through a lot of system and all. Again, you will be using filter at homes, and then we are filtering that water, and then we are consuming that water. That's all fine. But what happens is, imagine if suddenly if one of these particular pipelines stop working. Now what would happen? Suddenly millions people will might get affected. That might be your hospitals again, offices, functions, whatever you're doing, that will get affected. So in the back end, this hidden system, whatever they are doing, is very important and very complex. That's the reason if there is a requirement for increasing in pipeline. Now earlier, maybe what your department or municipality department or any department, what they might have thought. Okay, let us consider the small pipe is enough to go and circulate the water, but there is sudden increase in requirement, then they have to come and again change those pipes and all. They have to monitor that. All these things they will be doing, because if one day suddenly if your water is not coming, there will be a lot of chaos and you will be raising concerns for government. So they have to take care of this. Now to do all these things, they have to manage these particular pipelines. They will be putting something for, let's, if you are automated system, okay, your city is well advanced and you have an automated system. They have to put something called a sensors at water level because they need to understand what level of water is coming. They need to put something called a pumps because pump station is the one which will go and pump the water and distribute to different lines. They need to have that. And all this automation system required efficient and scalability should be there. Now the interesting part comes is, if everything is automated, do we require these engineers to work?
I think yes, sir.
Yes.
Everything is automated, right? Why we need
No, no, just one or two engineers are enough to maintain that, to observe everything.
okay.
And this will always work only when you are having the same
Mhm.
situation repeating daily.
Mhm.
Whenever the things are going to deviate from normal circumstances, this automation might fail.
Okay. Now
Suppose
I,
lot of things
okay,
like that and all.
okay, good. See, again, the main concern is what? Water. If one day water does not come, it's a chaos for each and every people. Now, I have automated my whole pipeline. I have done each and everything, pumps, I have added my sensors, I have done everything automatically. It will take from my source, it will bring that, and it is doing each and everything. But one day, if anything, water is not coming, you are going to raise a concern for government and all. Even though each and every automated process is there, that might reduce your manual effort, but there is always increase in someone called as a skilled professional to understand this whole automated system. Can any layman can come and understand this automatic system?
No.
So whatever the person is there, now it is dependent on the whole city. I cannot say 1 or 2 person can come and see this because there are metrics of tons of water is being circulated across the city. There might be a lot of chaos if everything is dependent on one skilled worker. Now we need something who is understanding this all the advanced topics or advanced tools that are being used in water system. In the same way, if I try to come and compare this system, water system, to our data system, okay, now if you go and see anywhere in the city, wherever you go, today is a modern day era where everywhere data is generated. Maybe e-commerce platform, wherever you go and order anything, their data is generated. You are streaming something, Netflix, you are streaming YouTube, you are streaming Amazon Prime. There you are browsing something, you are viewing, and again viewing data is generated. Your mobile apps where you are going scrolling through your Instagram, Facebook, or any other application, again you are generating data. Now different applications are there, different places are there where a huge amount of data is generated, and this data might be coming from different databases, different sources like API, application files. It can be of any format, just like your water, how it is there in your lake or any reservoir or any rivers as a raw format where I cannot go there and have consumed that water. No companies can come and consume your data in a raw format. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, of course.
Now, if company try to consume the data that is raw, it will always affect their business. So there might be some duplicated data, there might be some incomplete data, there might be some data which is existed in different format that I cannot directly read and make use of that particular data. Now I need to build something called as system or a pipeline to process this particular data. As I said, we have different sources. Now this different sources generating different data. I need to get that data in a consistent manner. Now, how you as soon as you on your tap, you'll get a water because there is a consistent distributed system there where it is automated in such a way that you are getting that particular data from a point of reservoir or the data where it has or water where it has been stored. In the same way, I as a particular person or any engineer, you're working as any engineer. I'm saying not only particular with data, if you're working as a software engineer or any particular engineer in data domain, you need to build a system in such a way that from your website, if anyone, for example, if in Amazon, if anyone is coming and adding or creating any account, that particular information should be automatically saved somewhere so I can go and analyze that particular data. Fine, Sagar. Fine. You're saying all these things. Why do really company require data? Why do we really require data? That is our main question. Now, as I said, today in our digital world, what do you think about this particular company? Is this Amazon, Netflix, Swiggy, Instagram, Google? Are these are something called the technology-based company? Do you think these are the technology-based company?
Uh, Amazon, and they're basically not producing any technology, they're using technology.
Okay. What about
They
others? Good.
they actually
Yeah.
put lot of data to give their advertisements and how their products are visible to users.
Okay. Now, if you come and ask me, these companies are, I will say, database companies. They are the data companies, they are not a technology company. Do you agree with me? What about
Yes.
others? Yes. Okay. Let's take an example. Okay. Let's take an example of Google. Now, if you are interested in buying any product, or if there's some trending topic there that you are going and searching, there are millions of people. Just a minute, sorry. Sorry for that. Now, there are millions of people that they are going and searching for certain topics. Now, Google is so smart enough. For example, whenever you go and search anything, best smartphone under 30,000, or there is any good restaurant near me. Now, Google is smart enough to go and show you who are interested, what product you want, and what topic that are, or what are the products that are trending in current market. It will show you that. Why? Because Google is using petabytes of data whenever you go and process anything. Whenever you are using Gmail account, whenever you are using Android account, it is based on your Google, or if you're using any Apple account also, it is also having something called Google search. Apple is paying billions of dollars for Google is paying billions of dollars for Apple to give as a Google as a browser in their particular mobile. So all these things, why they are doing is they are collecting the data in the backend, whatever you do with respect to your phone or anything, that the data is collected, and Google is called as a king of data and ads. Why? Because if anyone wants to sell their particular products, I will be going with respect to Google. I will pay them. You run my particular ads for the specific people for 30 days. For that, I'm going to pay you 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh. Based on how much you want to go and reach people, Google is going and earning from that particular ads. Now, how all these things are happening? Because they are able to understand the user behavior. They know what is there, and all these things they are able to do once, since they are able to collect the data, and you are the person who is giving all the permission for Google to do that. Whenever you go and create any Gmail account or any particular account, there will be always one particular pop-up saying that I agree, I agree. Do you all click that? Do you see that all rules and regulation, what they have written in the backend? Do you guys read that? Or you just say click on I agree, I agree? Whenever you create if you go to your Google account, there is a security region and all. There, if you come and see your history, a lot of information about yourself without knowing you, Google is tracking them. Did you guys go and see that?
Yes.
For example, if you're going and buying something, okay, and you're using your credit card, it will give you an option, save your credit card. Did you do that?
Yes.
Whenever you are going and saving your address, automatically it will show your address. You say, save my address. Now, all these things you're doing, you are exposing your data to your Google. They have access for, and once you create your account, automatically you have said, I have no problem for you to use my information. That's the reason Google is able to go and reach, even though nowadays ChatGPT is one of the most important tool for going and browsing or understanding. Not many people will come and ask Google now questions. A lot of people are going and using some AI tool like ChatGPT to prompt and ask the question, but still Google is leading because they have a huge amount of data where they can also train their model. They can also do each and everything. Now, without data, no company can survive. The same example will go for your Amazon. Whenever you go and buy any product, or maybe it might be laptop, or it might be headphone or anything, whenever you try to buy, there is always one pop-up in the down saying that This is a product along with your laptop. This is a headphone buy. Most of the people are buying. It's a best deal for you. You can add this particular product also. Have you seen this? Yes. They will be start recommending you other products, similar product, so that you can go and buy. Now, how come this particular Amazon can go and recommend is nothing but Amazon is analyzing your history, your purchase history, your pattern history, or it might be of millions of other customer. Using this pattern only, they are going and optimizing their pricing, their inventory, their warehouse management, or any other product recommendation. In this way, your Amazon is increasing your revenue. Why? Because they are analyzing your data. Based on analyzing of data only, they're running. That's the reason they are called the data company, not any particular e-commerce company. Now, if you come and ask me with your Netflix, YouTube, and all, if you're going and browsing anything, there, if you open your Netflix account, and if I, as a person, open my Netflix account, the same movies and recommendation that is being given to you will not be given to me, because again, these companies will analyze the pattern, what kind of movies you're watching, what you are you a TV show person, are you a movie person? All those things they will return. They will come and analyze those data and make sure that you are watching more and more movies or anything. You are using that, because the more you use, the more you subscribe, and they will be getting that particular amount. Now, recently, I heard that there is one of the big production company in the Hollywood, that is Warner Brothers. Netflix is offering them $71 billion to acquire that company. Okay. Now, Warner Brothers are those, if you are known, we have Superman, Batman, this DC company. These all are the movies which they usually produce. Or if you have seen Harry Potter, there are a lot of PRs or IPs under Warner Brothers. They are in depth. They want to sell their company. They are selling, and Netflix is offering them $71 billion. What's your subscription rate for Netflix in India? Max to max, it is 600 per person. And even they try to recover this amount, they have to spend nearly 10 or 20 years to recover. But also they are offering $71 billion, because they have analyzed the data. They know, they have done all these particular research. Then only they have come up and they are able to quote this particular quotation. In this way, the data is everything. Without analyzing data, no company can run. Even KSR Data Vision, they cannot run the company or institute without analyzing, without seeing how many students are enrolling, why they are leaving. We need to understand each and everything. We need to understand, for example, we are giving 5 days of demo, this many people joined and this many people did not join. What might be the reason? There might be certain topics that not be trending, and we are teaching that. So we need to update our particular course. Each and everything that we will analyze through data. We'll connect with people. We'll connect the data. All that things we are doing, and then only we are able to grow. Now, how does company do is, there is first important role that is responsible for growing any company is data analyst. Now, let me go back to our water distributed system. Now, imagine you have built each and everything. All the water distributed system is built end to end, from my source to my destination. All water is coming. Now I need to analyze few things. For example, which is the area where water is more consumed, or which is the area where demand of water is keep on increasing, or what is the region or area where there is a shortage of water and all. I need to go and analyze all these things, create certain reports or dashboard, and then give to the water distribution system, so that they can analyze this particular data and come up with the changes. That's the reason you are seeing all change of this particular pipeline, increasing of pipeline, or laying of all the roads and all digging of roads. Why they are doing is they have analyzed the user requirement, and based on that, they need to fulfill that particular requirement. And that's the reason they have to go and change that particular water distributor system or any system that is underneath your road. Otherwise, it will be affecting people. Now, they made sure that all these things, and data analysts are the one who will come up with all this information. Now, data analysts are the one who will turn your past data into useful data. That can be by analyzing your performance metrics, that can be seeing your key success drives, or monitoring your business, or studying each and everything, customer behavior, how the particular, for example, last year sale to this year sale, how much has happened, which product is being widely used, what are the reviews they are putting on top of particular product, why this particular product is not selling, each and everything about the past data. They will analyze that particular data. They will come up with a beautiful dashboards, because your higher management who is running the business, they cannot come and see raw data in the form of Excel and all. They cannot come and see, read. They cannot come and do calculation and all. They need something in a beautiful way that is represented, where quickly they can come and understand each and everything. That has been done by your something called as a data analyst. Now, after analyzing our past data, we need to predict our future also. Now, for example, again coming back to our water distributed system, what was there? Now, whenever anything, there might be a situation, we need to predict our future. Now, summer days are coming, and summer days are where your Bangalore will suffer a lot due to water shortage. Now, we need to understand which area that particular shortage of water might happen, which particular areas may face some new requirement is there for reservoir, or I need to plan about the future. At that time, you have something called a data scientist will come into the picture. Data scientists are those who predict your future based on the data. They will come up with certain models. Based on that models, they will create certain things which will automatically will give you an idea. For example, you order anything in your Zomato, it will be giving you something called the estimation time. How come that particular estimation time will be shown for you is nothing but they have built a certain models in that. Whenever you order, they predict what can be, it might take 10 minutes. While doing rainy season, they'll say it might extend 10 more minutes or not. These all models are built and integrated with AI application. So there might be chatbots or anything where they will communicate with each other, where automation has done each and everything your data analyst or data scientist or AI engineer takes care. Now, we have done all these things. Fine. Your data analyst is there, data scientist is there. Now tell me, even for data analyst, we need data. For data scientist also, we need data. Without data, can I go and predict my future, or can I analyze based on my past?
No.
Okay. What if I give you very wrong data? What will happen for data analyst and data scientist?
Incorrect prediction.
Okay. Okay. Now imagine my previous year sale was $1 million. Okay. That was the previous year sale. But by mistake, I have given my particular data to my data analyst saying that I have achieved by instead of 1 million, I have achieved $10 million. Now, what will happen? What will happen to your company? If I give a wrong data to data analyst, what you will do? You'll just create a report on top of whatever the data I have given. Will you go and analyze the data? Will your data analyst go and analyze your data, or will just create a report on top of your data?
You should analyze the data.
Okay. Okay. He will analyze the data, whatever the data you have given on top of that to create a report. But will he go and check whether this data is correct or is this data wrong, whether it will go and compare with my sources and all? Will he do that?
No.
To creating your report, you will analyze the data for sure. But does he know that is it $1 million or $10 million? No, right? Whatever the data I have given to him, he will just create the report on top of that, and higher managers understanding that this is what my business is doing. But in reality, it is very, very less. The same goes to your data scientist. I'm giving him data. Now my sale was 1 million. I gave him 10 million. He will target for 100 million. Now can suddenly from 1 million, company can go to 100 million in 1 year? No, right?
No.
Now the pressure will start on what? All other engineers or all other salesperson saying that why you are not working. Why? Because I had given wrong data for data analyst, I had given wrong data for data scientist, and it will affect a company very badly. Now, what we should do, same as your water distribution system, if I take, if there are any leaks in pipeline, if there are water is not coming enough, or there are any shortage and all, in that situation, no one can, whoever is maintaining that pipeline, who is building a sensors, pump system for our particular water distribution system, they cannot come and correct anything. There should be a one infrastructure built entirely which will take care of each and everything. Now, if I give this particular building of this infrastructure to any of the robots, will a government depend on that robot to build that end-to-end pipeline? Have you ever seen on the road whoever is digging this particular all pipelines or roads and all, and then laying the road, particular pipelines? Have you ever seen, not only in India, across the world, any robot or any particular AI system is doing that? Have you seen that?
No, as of now.
Okay. Now, even though anyone come and create anything with respect to robots or any particular AI system, can we go and completely rely on that? Because why? If you don't get water, who will go and blame? Will you go and blame that AI system or robot, or you will blame the government who is responsible for doing all these things?
Government only.
Same exactly. Whenever any particular data pipelines are built in the company, that can be your Google, that can be your Amazon, that can be any big company you take or any small company you take. The first and foremost system they have to do is bring the clean data. To doing that things only, we have what? Data engineers. Now, data engineers are responsible. Now, without data engineer, your data scientist is not there, your data analyst is not there, they cannot do any work. Now, these people are responsible for building that automated or build or automate also. Whenever we have to maintain all the data pipelines, we have to take the data from different sources. We have to clean that data. We have to organize that data, and we need to make sure that the data is flowing in an automated way. There is no any issues, and we need to integrate that end-to-end pipeline. We have to design the particular tables and all, which way we are going and maintaining our data quality, security, governance, each and everything we need to do. And after that, we need to optimize that particular data pipeline so that it will effectively flow from different sources, and I have at one particular source where my data analyst or data scientists come and use that particular data. Now, that's the reason wherever you go, even there are a lot of AI integration coming in across different. There might be AI integration which is doing a lot of things. For building any data pipelines, company will still hesitate because any mistake any particular AI tool is going and doing in building a pipeline, it will affect a long process of the project. It will affect each and everything. I am not saying that AI will completely will not replace your data engineer at all. AI is the best tool to make use to build a pipelines. That will be learning in or more about that. But each and everything, whatever you build inside your organization, the first and foremost important role is data engineer. Without data engineer, no company can grow. Till now, any doubts? Till now, any doubts?
Sagar, I have a question.
Hmm.
Suppose nowadays the data analyst, what the tools are using like Power BI, Tableau. Now the AI can easily create the better visualization than the data analyst, right? So in the future case, so how does the AI can show impact on the data engineer? Maybe advanced tool can replace him. So
Okay.
what role?
Now,
Yeah,
I'll ask you a question. You're saying, okay, your particular Power BI or whatever AI is doing can build a particularly Power BI report or Tableau better than that of a data analyst. Have you ever tried creating Power BI reports
yeah.
or any other reports? Okay. Now, if you see, there will be always same pattern. If you give HR domain, it will build the same report for you. If you give something called as sales, any domain, it will give a same pattern. Whatever the report it will build, it is building in the same pattern. Why? Because in the backends, the models are trained in such a way that if anyone is giving data, it will build particularly on top of that. If you don't train that model according to time, the reports will be always same for each and everything. Now, there might be certain things for requirement. For example, I don't need to see certain things, and that information will also be built by your AI models. You are correct. You are correct that it is giving reports and all. But again, I'm saying data analyst cannot be replaced by AI. You have to be skilled enough. You have to make use of AI to build a report. But AI cannot come and understand your business. There are certain inputs where a user should put, they should, a particular company need to know. You cannot go and give each and every information to AI because you are exposing your importance of your all data, whatever the things you are doing, each and every about your customer information, you are exposing that to your AI. And once that is exposed, once it is there in internet, anyone can go and make use of that. And coming to your question about data engineers, as I said, maybe in 10 years, 15 years, a tool might come. But for next 5, 10 years, I'm sure there might be no tool that completely replace a data engineer because no company want to take this risk. Lot of companies are still in the migration mode from on-prem system to your cloud system. Now, if we are going and implementing using AI, you can improve your efficiency or you can improve, for example, there might be 6 months of project that might be reduced to 4 months. But if I completely give to AI, there should be someone who understand our data. The data, whatever is generated, it is not a static data. Now, that particular data understanding, if a user don't have, if an engineer don't have, what might be your AI will be understanding? Because you have to feed everything to data, and if you're feeding everything data to AI tools and all, you are exposing your company to outer world. So that's the reason. There might come some tools which will automate your process or help you build your pipelines much more efficiently, but they will never replace a data engineer. Did I answer your question?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Are we good till now? Are we good till now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
once the migration completes, right, then the after the cloud, every data is moved to the cloud, right? That time also data engineering is required.
yeah. Now you're moving to cloud. Now, once you move everything to cloud, now will your data start generating?
No, still it will grow.
Okay. Until unless, I'm telling you this quote, until unless there is an internet, until unless you're using your smartphone, until you are using your computer, until you're ordering some stuff from your Zomato, Swiggy, Amazon, or anything, until you have internet, data engineers will be there because every day data is generated. Everything cannot be automated. Maybe 10 companies might automate. There might be 100 more companies that might be coming and they might be starting their business. So always there will be a requirement of data engineer. But as I said, you might be work of data engineer might not be as complicated as now we have because a lot of things we have to do now. In future, there might be certain tools, the new tools might come where they might reduce the stress on the data engineering, but data engineers are always required because always data is generated. Always we need to capture their data, always need to clean the data, and we need to store the data. Without that, no company can grow their business.
So you're confirming that AI cannot replace data engineers even in future also.
See, in IT industry, no one can confirm anything. Okay. What do you think? This data engineer term, you are hearing this from past 5-6 years. Do you think the data engineers were originated only in 5-6 years?
No.
When the SQL was invented in 1970. Okay, 1970s, the SQL was invented. Now also your SQL is one of the most important language for your data. wherever you go data scientist, SQL is required. Data analyst, SQL is required. Data engineer, SQL is required. You are building any website, SQL is required because there where you go and store your data. Now, unless now any tool replace your SQL language? No, right? Any database did it replace?
No.
The same way, unless data is generated, earlier we used to call data engineers as an ETL developer. They used to do all this stuff on the on-prem using ETL. They used to bring extract, transform, and load. But now the system has improved much more efficiently, and we are doing that work much more efficiently. After 10 years, there might come some tool. Now we are building each and pipeline one by one. There might be certain tools where you are building for 4 months, which that might go to 1 month. But not each and every company can come and use this particular tools, because whenever any company is giving any AI automated tools, they are charging you hefty amount. Whenever you are using any cloud, you should be very, very careful, because unnecessarily you are using services, you are going and paying. And all the companies are very, very concerned with respect to cost. Unnecessarily, they don't use this all AI and all. There is a very big bubble everywhere. There is coming and saying AI. But if you come and see real-time projects, which I am working, and I have seen lot of projects got closed because they should not be able to give some eventful result from that AI projects. These all things are in the starting stage. How we had something called as in 2000s, early 2000s, there was an internet boom. When we got internet, everyone thought that everyone will lose the job because there is the internet now. Everything is doing now. We cannot do anything, but the job keep on increasing because there was new requirements coming. Now, if you go to any other AI engineers, if you go to data scientists, if you go to data analysts, the foundation is data engineer. If you understand how data is extracted, how data is processed, how data is kept, you can go and upskill easily with respect to data scientists. You know end-to-end process. So to master in that particular technology, you have to be a good data engineer. Did I answer your question? So who asked this question? Am I good? Am I good?
Are you meaning to say that the AI can basically, like in terms of SQL, uh, it can write complex queries if given proper prompts, but it does not necessarily have the domain level, project level knowledge to make a meaning out of it.
Yeah,
as of
nowadays data engineers are doing that. To write any particular query or to write any particular code, we will be using AI tool like that might be Copilot. Even the tools like Snowflake, Databricks, or anything, they have inbuilt, even DBT, they have inbuilt Copilot tools to write a code. AI can give you code. For example, you are writing, it will reduce your work. Instead of doing 10 hours to build a pipeline, it will reduce your work to 1 or 2 hours. But it doesn't know what exactly need to be done. You should be there to build that pipelines. You need to make sure that, for example, you take a water distributed system. There might be some machinery where I can make use of that machinery to build my pipelines, but I cannot completely depend on robot to do that, because there might be, if something goes wrong, each and everything, whatever the company has invested to build that particular pipeline, it will be wasted and time will be wasted. And there should be always one person who can make use of AI to build a pipelines. But AI cannot be completely replacing your pipelines. That's what I'm saying. Are we good?
yes.
Okay. Now, as I talked this much, now if you see, there is a big data specialist job is keep on increasing. Now, I cannot predict more after 2030 and all, because we never know what's the future for IT industries, and inside every particular wave, there will be change of wave for every 5-10 years. But until 2030 or beyond 2032 or 2033, there will be always a increase in demand for data engineer or big data specialist. Why? Because as I said, data is keep on generated. Now we need to process the data, and without these particular data engineers, all other particular roles will not work. there might be a lot of buzz about AI engineers, requirement of AI engineers and all. But if you see, that's just a buzz. If you go and still search any job, we have 1 week of demo class. We will still guarantee you will create a resume and keep your resume as a data engineer and keep your notice period for 15 days or so. You will be getting daily 2 to 3 calls for sure. If you have minimum 4+5+ years of experience, for sure you'll be getting 2 to 3 2 calls a day, because that much demand is there for data engineer. It might be anything. It might be AWS, Azure, it might be Snowflake, data bricks, any tool you take as a whole together, data engineers are always in demand, and it's not an easy task to do. Okay. Now, fine, sir, you said, okay, data engineers are required, everything and all. What exactly the companies are looking for in a data engineer? Okay, data engineers are responsible for each and everything, but what exactly companies are looking? Now, earlier, whenever we had something called the on-prem system or something multi-cloud system and all, what we used to have, there was a complex infrastructure setup I have to do. High in maintenance cost, upgradation cost, headache. A lot of headache was there. I need to scale that up. I need to scale that down based on my requirement. Again, high coding effect, because all these tools require a lot of coding. I need to build a pipelines, even drag and drop tools and all, whatever was there, it has to be very configured in such a way that I need to build that particular pipelines. A lot of different tools I have to use, different multiple sources are there, then I need to go and collect that, orchestrate that. A lot of headache earlier. What happens was, now company is looking what? I want to build a data engineer project in such a way that I need to have less coding. I don't want more coding. Preferably if it is SQL, and okay, minimum Python or Spark coding is that fine. But I need as much as less coding. I need to have one particular tool where I can go and connect to any of the different tools. For example, Airflow is one of the orchestration tool. ADF is one of the orchestration tool. Matillion is one of the orchestration tool. Fivetran is one of the orchestration tools. Informatica is also orchestration tool. DBT is a transformation tool. There are a lot of tools, because every day in data world, new tools are coming to make your work much more easier. I need one particular tools where I can go and easily connect. I can easily go and run my particular whatever the tool on AWS, that might be Azure or GCP or any other vendor. Easily I want to run my particular tool. Easily I need to increase my power to go and work on high data. When there is no requirement, easily I need to bring that particular compute down. I need to work with semi-structured data, unstructured data, or any other type of data. And also I need to easily integrate with my AI ML tools and all. These are all things. On top of that, I need to have governance and security, because without governance and security, you cannot secure your data. All these things can be done by your Snowflake. Now, Snowflake is one of the tool which is responsible for storing your data in the cloud. Earlier, it started as a cloud data warehouse, but now it can go and do your data engineering work. It can work as a data lake where you're storing huge amount of data. It can work as a data scientist can come and work. You can build your applications. You can exchange your data. You can work with your Google Cloud. You can work with your AWS. You can work with Azure. And each and everything, whatever you do with the minimum coding or with a SQL based coding, which each and every person can easily understand in the data world. That's the reason the requirement of Snowflake is keep on increasing. Now, if you come and ask why it is always in demand, is you go and take any tool, easily I can go and integrate Snowflake. It is not much of headache. I want to integrate with ADF, I can directly go and run with ADF. I want to integrate with Airflow, I can easily run with Airflow. I want to integrate with Informatica, I can run. Any ETL tool you take, anything you take, I can easily integrate and bring my data, and I can store that data. And whatever the data you are storing and whatever the compute power you are using, these are not tightly coupled. I can store as much as data. I'll be paying less amount for storage. If I'm processing huge data, based on the what time I run that my particular query, I'll only pay for that. There are a lot of features inside Snowflake which is help you to optimize your particular project, and that's the reason most of the company, whenever they try to move the data from on-prem to cloud, they are using Snowflake whenever they require low coding or less coding, not much of a headache. And optimization part is also much good because each and everything your Snowflake will take care. You just need to log in into the Snowflake account and start coding. No need to worry about the backend, how it's working and all. Each and everything your Snowflake is going and taking care of that. We will learn more about the Snowflake features, whatever the things are there in coming classes. But if you come and ask me, what's a typical data engineering roadmap I need to have in 2026 to 2030 or beyond, that is, whenever you go and learn any data engineer, not only Snowflake or not only AWS, not only with Azure, GCP, any data engineering job you go and take, there are 4 pillars you need to understand. One is SQL, second is Python, third is Spark or PySpark, fourth is data warehouse. Any job you take, any job, these are the 4 skills you will be taking. If you have knowledge on this 4 foundation, let me just a minute. Okay. If you have knowledge on this 4 foundation, you can go and work on any tool. Now, whatever the tools I explained so far is built on this particular foundation. For example, you go and work on Snowflake, I'll be using 80% of the time MySQL language. If I work with Databricks, I'll be using 80% of the time my PySpark. That is coding. PySpark is nothing but your Python. Whatever SQL coding you write in the form of Python I am writing, then it is called as a PySpark. And there is in the backend, it is working a bit different. It's a distributed system. A lot of things are there you need to understand. But on the layman level, if I come and explain you, if you go and write your SQL language in the form of Python, that is called as PySpark. It is a kind of library that dependent on Python. Now your Databricks will use 80% of this high coding, where inside Snowflake, it is less coding and using something called a SQL, and you build your pipelines. Now I need to go and much more use less ETL tools, or I need to completely reduce my coding. I use something called dbt on top of your Snowflake. Nowadays, very, very hot combination is Snowflake plus dbt. Even dbt is one of the transformation tool. It doesn't bring any data and all. It just do transformation. To write any transformation, we'll be using simple 1-line code. If you're writing 100 lines of code in Snowflake, your dbt can do that in 10 lines of code. That's how it will reduce your particular coding, and your dbt is also dependent on SQL. Now, when you come to Python, I need to write my Python code inside my Snowflake. Can I do that? I'll be using something called a Snowpark. Python or PySpark. You can do anything with respect to Snowpark inside your Snowflake. Now, there are few of the open table formats. Now, there is something called iceberg and delta tables. What are these open table formats? Now, you might be getting data CSV, you might be getting JSON, Parquet, you might be getting different file formats where it is stored in some of the storage system. I want to directly work on top of that particular raw data, then I'll be using this open table format. If you are using anything with Databricks, your Delta Lake will come into the picture. Now I want to use open table format with Snowflake. There is one open table format called Iceberg that you can come and use. Now, once you learn your foundation, you can go and integrate this foundation on top of this tool. After you learn integrating this, I need to come and run my pipeline. Now you have done all transformation and everything. I need to make sure that my every pipeline, how water system should run, I need to run my pipeline on a daily basis in an automated way. Then I'll be using this tool. Airflow is one of the tool where I have written my 10 transformations inside my Snowflake. I need to run one by one transformation. I will use Airflow, or I will use something called the glue specifically for doing transformation using PySpark or to orchestrate my pipeline. I use my Matillion also to do same. I need to connect to different source, extract my data and bring. Matillion and ADF are the tools, or even AWS Glue also we can do, but AWS Glue is with respect to coding. I don't want to do coding. These two, Airflow and Glue, are with respect to coding. Your ADF and Matillion is low code platform where you don't do any coding. Now, all these things you need to understand, and you need to be good with one cloud. It can be Azure, it can be with respect to AWS. You learn few services like Athena inside your AWS. There is something called as Lambda service. You need to understand what is Redshift. You need to understand EMR, S3. Just have a high understanding. But most of the 80% of the work will be doing with respect to a Snowflake. And then we'll be integrating that particular tool in real time also with different services. And after doing all these things, you need to understand how can I go and integrate with respect to my DevOps, or how can I go and integrate with my GitHub, because I need to move code from one environment to another environment. Those all things can be done easily with respect to these tools, which was very headache in earlier on-prem systems. So this is a typical roadmap. Whenever you go and see, you should always concentrate on first 4 fundamentals, that is SQL, data warehouse, Python, PySpark. Once you learn this, go and implement that with respect to different tools. If you know Snowflake, you know almost 60% of Databricks. Because why? Here also you're using PySpark. Here also you can use PySpark. Here also you're using SQL. Here also you can use SQL. Only features of Databricks you need to learn. Here features of Snowflake is to learn. Because to make sure your day-to-day activities are much more easy, they've implemented some inbuilt features. You need to understand that. To write any code, again, I'm saying foundation is very important. Now, this should be your typical roadmap for your data engineer wherever you go and learn. Now, for doing the same thing, we will be building our particular course in this way. First phase, we will be going and learning our SQL from basics to foundation, which will be spending around 3 and 3.5 weeks, which will learn each and everything from scratch to advanced. Once we master our SQL, then we are going and learning our Python again for 3 and 3.5 weeks. We will build our foundation in first 1.5 months. Each and everything that is required for your data engineer, we will concentrate on that. And after building that, we will go and learn our Snowflake, dbt, and Matillion. Now we learned our foundation. We need to go and implement that and learn our Snowflake tool. So that's the reason we will learn this. It will go to 8 to 10 weeks where we'll be building each end-to-end tools. We'll be learning each and every concept first, and then we'll be taking real-time use cases. We'll be building real-time use cases. We'll build one end-to-end project inside our particular Snowflake, which will only go for 8+ hours. And for particularly DBT also will build one end-to-end project, will go for 3+ hours. And after building this particular phase, you are ready to give interview. In this particular phase, after that, you'll prepare your resume, optimize your resume, mock interviews, or you'll build your profile and all. You will start giving interview, because there might be a chance you'll be having 3 months of notice period for a few folks, because suddenly you will not get calls and all. So we'll finish our phase and we'll start giving interview. Along with that, we'll be learning our next phase. That will learn our Airflow and ADF integration with respect to Snowflake. This will be not high level. We'll be building exact pipelines where how we can build pipelines and bring data to Snowflake, or orchestrate our pipelines from Snowflake, each and everything with respect to ADF and Airflow. We'll be learning for 2 to 3 weeks. This is a lower level, which time level we have given. And then we will learn Spark, PySpark, Snowpark, and PySpark will be learning with respect to our Databricks. Along learning with PySpark, I'll be showing you something called the Delta tables, open table format, how we can integrate with respect to Databricks and all. So you are increasing your chances of getting higher level package. If you want more level package, you will have to have more level of coding inside your resume. That's where this particular phase will come into the picture. Now, once that is done, last we'll learn our AWS integration with Snowflake, which will go for 2 to 2.5 weeks. Again, we'll be doing with respect to Databricks and Snowflake one project. There will be a project with respect to ADF and Airflow. There will be also a project. And again, with respect to AWS integration, there will be a project, very big project. And at the end, the career acceleration phase will be there, where you will be going and trying to negotiate more and more salary and all. Will be helping you out with resume and all. Each and everything will be helping you out, why you are not getting calls and all. There will be a placement cells that will be occurring every alternative weeks, alternative days and all, that will be helped. And from the day one itself, we'll start and we'll be solving more than 300 SQL questions, more than 200 Python, PySpark question. There will be more than 15 plus real-time implementation and pipelines inside Snowflake, more than 10 plus real-time implementation of DBT. We'll be building, apart from this, more than 20 plus pipeline, including ADF, Airflow, and AWS. This will be your typical roadmap. And one good thing is, whenever I'll be building any pipelines, I'll be showing you how you can easily build your pipeline using AI. Now, I'll be first explaining you foundation. Once your foundation is strong, we will make use of Copilot or ChatGPT to build our pipeline. You will be building a very, very big pipelines easily in 1 hour class using our ChatGPT and all. That will be integrating and will be showing you. This is how your typical core structures will be there for upcoming 5 months. If you have any doubts, you can let me know now.
Hi, Shankar.
Yeah.
For this role, what is the average salary package will provide?
Now, if you come anywhere, nowadays, around 40 to 45% of the job openings are with respect to your Snowflake, DBT, ADF. Okay. And Azure, Databricks, and ADF around 35 to 40%. With respect to GCP and all, it is around 10%. And whenever you go and see cloud provider, AWS and Azure are the leading market nowadays. Now, if you come and ask me salary, it depends on what you want to show in your resume. We are learning here 5 to 6 tools. If you want to go only 2 to 3 years of experience in Snowflake and particularly very less coding, then your opportunity covering job is only 40%. And you can go up to 3x of your salary. For example, I have 3 years experience. My salary might go up to 10 LPA to 12 LPA. If you are having 2 to 3 years of experience, I want to include more coding, then same salary will go to 15 to 16 LPA, because the more tools you offer, more companies you are more skilled person and companies are ready to give you more salary. Now you are having 3 to 5 years of experience. That will be again what? You have 5 years, you can go up to 20 to 25 based on whatever the tools you add. If you add more tools, I can increase my salary. And if you are having 5+ year senior most folks, and you should have each and every tool inside your resume. And if you are having, let's say, 8 years of experience, guy, we can go up to 35 to 40 LPA. Or if you're 10+ experience, showing 5+ in data engineer, we can go up to 45 to 50 LPA also. Now it all depends on your current salary. Again, I'm saying you are having 8 years of experience, you have 15 LPA package. Directly, you cannot come and expect 35 to 40 LPA. You have to get multiple offers. You have to do all the talking with HRs and all. That all will be helping you out. But this is the level of package you can expect with respect to data engineer. And since we are covering a lot of tools, for sure you can demand these things.
So if someone has like 10+ years of experience, but relevant would be like 3 or 4, 5 years of experience. You can ask for
you have to show for up to max you can show 5 years.
Okay, and what package can I expect, like, in the range of
That's
35 to
no?
40?
Your current is 35 to 40, you're saying?
No.
So it depends on your current salary. Again, I'm saying if you get multiple offers, you can go up to 35 to 45. It depends on how well you're good in negotiation skill with your HR.
Got it.
Okay.
For non-IT background, we have different QA experience in MNC. So if we switch in this role, do they consider as a experienced persons or a fresher?
See, if you are QA engineer, let's assume you have almost 6 years of experience, guy.
I have almost 7 to 8 years experience.
Okay, let's consider 8 years of experience, guy. Now, in that particular, when you build our resume, what will be showing? Past 3 to 4 years, we have worked on the data engineer. We will be building 5 to 8 projects. Once you build this project, you will be having end-to-end idea. According to that, we will be preparing your resume. you'll be saying overall I have 8 years of experience. I started my career as a QA, but from past 4 years I'm working as a data engineer. Now, if you go and say I learned my particular course, can you give me opportunity? No company will give you opportunity. You have to show your experience at least 4-5 years I have worked. And since we are implementing all those things for 4 to 5 to 6 months, your foundation will be completely strong. You will be having more knowledge than those who are really working in real-time experience. So you can easily able to communicate and you can easily go and work also. So you have to show to 3 to 4 year experience. You should not go as a fresher.
So
Okay.
Yeah, Sagar.
Yeah.
Suppose a data analyst who have a 3 to 5 years experience, his skill set is like Power BI, Tableau, SQL, and how he become a data engineering in the resume side, like how many years he can put the, and what is how that combination can work in the market side, like Power
Okay.
BI with the Azure or Snowflake engineer. Yeah, how does it work?
Okay. Now, if
Yeah,
you're a Power BI developer, you are a front-end worker now. Front-end developer. You are building on all the UIs and all the particular dashboards and all. Now,
yeah,
once you learn data engineer, you will be learning backend also. Now you'll be called as a full stack developer inside data. Full stack data developer. You'll be having more opportunity. You have to show all 4 years as both. I've worked on Power BI also. I've worked on data engineer also. Now, if anyone is coming with respect to Power BI background and also data engineer background, I'll always prefer this person. It can be if you're working with Snowflake, then Snowflake is integrated with Power BI very good. If you're working with Azure, now any pipeline you go and do, if you're working with Databricks, it is integrated well with Power BI. Now we'll be learning all things in the backend, how the data is built, how the data is transformed, how the data is kept. Now we'll be having end-to-end knowledge, so it'll be preferred more than any other person.
Let me elaborate more. Sandeep, right? This question
yeah,
right
yes,
me.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Sandeep, before Power BI, in which domain you are working?
Yeah, from Power BI only I started my career.
You started your career. But there are a lot many people in the industry, they are coming from the entire our career. We can't stay in one domain at any cost. Example, even your trainer Sagar started initially with a SQL developer, later a Snowflake data engineer. After that, even
Yeah,
he moved to the multi-cloud data engineer also.
yeah. Earlier I worked on the Tableau side,
Exactly.
Excel. After Power BI.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Anyone can transform from one domain to
yeah.
another domain. It's not a can, it's a mandatory nowadays because frequently the correct technicalities and skill set and market requirement changing frequently, right? Example, the Snowflake course, when we started the first batch, honestly, the course duration is 2 months.
Okay.
Snowflake, SQL, and a little bit of DBT. DBT only for a week. Done. But now the course duration is going for nearly 6 months, but last month, honestly, it taken 7 months. The new topics also added, which is not promised earlier. Similar way now AI is adding. The by using AI, how we can able to make a plan pipelines and all, right? So frequently market requirement are changing, and we have to be add one by one. So in terms of the how to build your resume, so your entire career, how many years, Sandeep, around you have?
5.
5 years. Out of 5 years, we can showcase 3 years into the same. You are into the Power BI and Tableau as a mixed combination, and the rest 2 years we can keep it as a Snowflake data engineer. We will modify and we will get to help you with each and single resume. Now it's around 30 people are there. Each 30 resumes we will make sure not looks like a similar. Same client, same company, same domain, but only roles and responsibilities. We are going to be add a few more on Snowflake data engineering related. And promising you are able to manage a 5 years experience Snowflake data and how much knowledge is there, that much knowledge we are going to be delivering here. Just for an understanding, anyway, 4 more free sessions are there. You can share this curriculum with any of your friends who are working in Snowflake from last 5 to 6 years. I'm promising, Sandeep, no one can say I know all these topics which is covering in our curriculum.
Okay.
Even in real time, once you got a job as a Snowflake data engineer, honestly may not require to use all these skill set, but companies are expecting multiple things. We are not sure which company what kind of skill they need, right? So we are clubbing everything and we are learning now and we are attending for the interviews. Once you got a job, maybe you need only Snowflake with the ADF, maybe you know only Snowflake with the AWS, or else you need only Snowflake and SQL. So depends on the company's requirement, right? But we are preparing for every aspect and every company. The maximum market requirement, the curriculum we are reassigned and we are modifying the curriculum as per company's requirement, not as like what we can learn simply. Example in Power BI, Sandeep, you are working in 5 years, you said. Are you using page-netted reports?
Yeah, we use.
Okay. So, but Power BI premium version?
We are not using
Yes,
premium version.
exactly. So in our curriculum, both are covering.
Mm-hmm.
Premium version, we are providing even license also for them, like a Sandeep at ksr.com. They can use a premium version for 2 months to make advanced charts, to make it 48 times refresh rate per day.
Okay.
Right? Example, Snowpark. Maybe not all the people are using Snowpark, mostly PySpark, and but we are covering even Snowpark, and Sagar is going to be differentiate between PySpark and Snowpark.
Yeah.
PageNet reports
Okay.
also very few people only will use, I guess. Right, Sandeep?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we are covering even PageNet reports. That's the reason I can say easily we can say like even the 5 years experience also you can able to manage in the real time. You no need to be depend on anyone. Because of the lengthy curriculum, I'm getting even some negative feedback also. Students are saying like why this much lengthy curriculum? So in lot many institution they are teaching in 45 days or 2 months or 3 months maximum. But why we are taking this lengthy curriculum? You should sustain with the huge packages. Mostly here, all the 30 people who joined working, I guess they already holding more than 10 to 15 lakhs package, right? Our ultimate goal to get in a more than 20, 25, 30, 40 lakhs packages, right? Sandeep, same, I guess you in your case also.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, my doubt is a
Hmm.
data analyst
Hmm.
to become a data engineer. What transformation has done, like based on the requirement? So how he become a data engineer with the Power BI now? I work with Power BI,
Hmm.
so I use a database for the Snowflake. So the
Hmm.
dependency has increased. Then I involved to Power BI side, Snowpipe, whatever that. So the combination can work as per my experience. I'm saying
Hmm.
so we are using the Snowflake as a database level. So we
Hmm.
can pull the data and we create the reports for the Snowflake side.
Yes.
But complete become an engineer. So the combination, how does it works?
So Sandeep, like you are using a Snowflake as a data warehouse, right? Do you know
Yeah,
how the data is coming to your Snowflake?
yeah. It is storage from the Snowflake
Yeah,
inside only. Yeah,
yeah. But how that data came into your Snowflake?
yeah. That another team is there. So
Hmm.
DNA team, we
That
can
another team
mhm.
you'll be doing here now. Now,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
that data comes into Snowflake, how we are extracting, how we are bringing, how they are transforming and they are putting into Snowflake, that you'll be understanding. In that way, what do you have? You know, back end level also, you know, front end now. Both work,
mhm.
2% work, you are knowing. That's how you are improving your skill set.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly.
So Sandeep, Sagar explained in technically, maybe I will explain in a very funny way. Maybe you got
Mhm.
married, Sandeep?
Yeah, got.
Yeah. So
I'm
when
married.
your wife is not at home, maybe you are making in a cooking and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
The basics. But when you are want to become a full-time cook in a restaurant,
Mm.
that's the difference. As a data analyst, you are doing the basic data engineering task here. As a part-time data engineer, maybe you know the little bit of pipeline, you know how to extract the data, but it's a
Mm.
basic level. But we are going to be becoming an extreme and completely taking care of the data engineering task which other team is working, actually helping you. It's a
Okay.
kind of promotion, you can say, from data analyst to data engineer.
Yeah, yeah.
Hope it's
Okay.
clear, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Any other questions, team?
Yeah, Sagar, so I have one question here.
Hmm.
So you have mentioned in the curriculum as Matillion for pipeline creation, and there is a one more like a airflow. So are they
Hmm.
similar? I mean, for pipeline creation, airflow and Matillion, or how it
Okay.
no work?
Matillion is like a ADM. Okay, it's a drag and drop tools where you bring the drag and drop. Whereas Airflow is a Python based tool. You have to write a Python code to build a pipelines. So you'll be doing coding in Airflow. Whereas in Matillion, you drag, for example, extract data. You drag one particular activity, it will do that all configuration. You join two tables, you extract one activity, it will do all. You have to build like that of pipeline inside Matillion. Whereas in Airflow, you have to write code like this is my particular task. You have to do all these things. You have to write using Python.
Okay. So here you have mentioned Azure, AWS, and everything, right?
Mm,
So,
mm,
so once we are done with all this, skill set, so
mm.
can't we, prepare a resume as we are a Azure developer, data engineer, or AWS data engineer? So, are you going to discuss all that stuff, or only related to limited to S3, S3 or some
Let
other only
okay.
stuff.
Let me show the projects which we built. You'll get an idea.
Okay.
So this is the very first project which we built. This is a SQL based project, which using this particular Netflix database project will be solving 200 plus questions, where we'll be learning all how to learn different objects with respect to SQL. This is an end-to-end project we are doing inside our Netflix based SQL project. Now, once I come to Snowflake, this is the end-to-end project which we are learning, where we are building an automated process first. Once we complete our Snowflake, we'll build this process and we'll learn each and everything. And this is not a straightforward, okay, just to learn one by two. No, we will be building a dynamic project. We will build something called a framework where we'll be writing code, store procedures, big store procedures, which will automate your end-to-end task. For 10 to 20 tables or hundreds of tables or whatever you have to, that will be done with all store procedure. We'll write like this store procedure, and then end-to-end process, this will be there inside your Snowflake, where we'll first run one task, copy the data, transform data, then load data, then do all these things. And if there are any issues, send the email. Each and every is a real-time data engineering project, which will go up to 8+ hours. Then after doing that, DBT. Once we finish our DBT, we will bring all the data. We'll do all the same stuff what we did with respect to Snowflake, but with less coding. How can I do that? I'll be showing once I complete my DBT. That will go for 2 weeks. Plus, this project will go for 3 to 4 hours. Then after doing that, once we learn our data bricks, once we learn our Snowpa, we'll build one end-to-end project where we'll go and automate our process inside our data bricks. Now, this course is specifically with respect to Snowflake. So 80% of the time we'll be concentrating on Snowflake, whereas PySpark, whatever we'll be learning, that I'll be showing with respect to Databricks. So you can have that additional Databricks also knowledge, and you can put so that you can get more and more package. Now, after learning all these things, when I come to with AWS, each and every service, for example, AWS Glue, how to write a code in AWS, how to automate process, how to create a Lambda service, how I can go and integrate with respect to my Iceberg table, how can I bring on-prem system to my AWS data using AWS, each and every pipeline. This is an end-to-end pipeline that will be building inside our project, all in our AWS. Once we do that, this is an automated process. This particular pipeline will build using AI. How can I make use of AI to build this particular pipeline and all? I'll be showing you these all things. Now, once we complete in ADF, once we learn all the concept, we'll be building end-to-end pipeline. We'll take all the objects. We'll build all the Snowflake loading from on-prem system to our Snowflake. How can we load? What all things I need to do? How to implement incremental loading inside my ADF? Each and every project will be building in this. And coming to Airflow, again, for 5 weeks, for 5 days, plus day, I'll be explaining each and every concept of Airflow, and then we'll build end-to-end pipeline with respect to Airflow, how we can do all this stuff, what we did inside our ADF and all other things. Using Airflow, how can build? I'll be showing you that. After that, if time permits, at the end, we will be doing one end-to-end streaming pipeline where using Kinesis, where I can bring the data into my Snowflake. I'll be showing this also, or we'll be giving this as a recorded session. These are all projects we are doing. And if we explain mainly on high level, we'll not be able to do. So I need to deep dive each and everything. I need to explain you all. That's the reason the course is going for 5 to 6 months.
And for me, actually, I wanted to ask Sagar, that right now I am having 10 plus years of experience. But all that experience is related to Teradata only. Okay.
Okay.
Outside of Teradata, I have not actually worked. So from like 2015 to 2021, I was in Teradata only, and from 2022, I am working for Vodafone till current date.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, my point was then how and also earlier my role used to be in support. So from past years, actually, it has been like a Teradata developer role. Okay. Earlier it used L3 support, and like so like just wanted to look to ask like how will the roadmap look for me?
Okay. So since you are working as a Teradata is a kind of a competitor for your Snowflake. And if you come and see opportunity for job, opportunity for Teradata is there, but not as much as that of your Snowflake. Now we'll be showing you Teradata also. You'll say you have worked with Snowflake also. So it will be much more easy for you to correlate to your Teradata, whatever work you have done inside Teradata. How you can do with respect to Snowflake, you can correlate and you can show this particular experience. So if you want to learn modern tech stack, if you want to learn anything with respect to whatever the demanding tools are there, the Snowflake is the one which is integrated easily with other tools. So it will be obviously it will help you out. So you have to show at least 3 to 4 years of experience in Snowflake. Apart from that, you can show your other experience of Teradata and all.
Okay.
Yeah, Jay, you raised your hand. Any doubts?
Yes, Sagar. So I see KSR has already started a multi-cloud data engineering course. So I would like to help me with evaluation of this Snowflake with multi-cloud in terms of job market.
Okay. Now, as I said, job market for both. Now, whatever the multi-cloud data engineering course was launched, that was with respect to Databricks, with respect to Azure, where 90% of the time will be concentrating on Azure-based tech stack. And with respect to Databricks, where we are doing the coding and all with respect to PySpark. Whereas this particular course is mainly with respect to Snowflake, SQL-based technology and Snowflake. This is how integrated with other tools. So in current market standard, if you come and ask, which is the two leading tools are nothing but one is Snowflake, another is Databricks. Wherever you go, either a project is integrated with Databricks or either a project is integrated with Snowflake. These two are like competitive. For example, how we have Android, Samsung phone versus Apple phone. These are the two companies that have been competing each other. In the same way, you can consider one as Apple, one as Samsung. They're competing to each other, right? In the same way, both have a lot of opportunity. Now it depends on you. If I'm okay to do a lot of coding, if I'm okay to learn the distributed system in the back end and all, I'm okay to do that Python-based technology. You go and learn Azure or that particular tool. If you're okay, I need a less coding, low coding. I'm okay to do SQL-based technologies and all. You have to learn Snowflake. But opportunities are there in both.
Thanks, Sagar.
Okay. Yep. Any other doubts?
Yes, I have a doubt. So I am basically from the QA background, and I want to transition into the data engineer. I have little to no knowledge from the data side. So will we be covering the basics like the big data or the data warehousing concepts, the Apache Spark? Will be covering all these things in the curriculum?
Yep, each and everything, because as I said, the particularly foundation for you is SQL, data warehouse, Spark, Python. Without this foundation, you cannot work in any data engineer role. Once you know that, you will be integrating this with other tools. So we'll be completely concentrating on that. If you see here, first phase and first two phase, whatever you're doing, SQL and Python, then we'll implement, because here will be okay to get ready for job ready and you can go and give. Once we complete our ADF and Airflow, these all are till now a little bit less coding or low coding. But once we come to Spark, Databricks and all, it will be heavy coding. This, if you want more and more packages, at that time we need to have Spark, PySpark and all. I'm not saying you'll not get more package for Snowflake, but wide variety of opportunity. For example, for this you can go and search, you can cover 60% of market. But if you add these three tools also, you'll be covering 80 to 85% of the market. So slowly we'll be building. So once you get that confidence, we'll be building all doing complex things.
So does the Apache Spark and all, does it requires coding?
Yeah, for Apache Spark, you require code. Yeah, PySpark required coding with respect to Python. But if you know SQL, it is very easy. But in the back end, how it works, you need to have that understanding. That is complex part. Whereas coding is not complex part.
Okay.
Okay. The back end, how it works, how distributed system works, how to optimize. You need to have that knowledge is a bit complex. Whereas if you know SQL, you can easily come and do whatever the joins, windows, whatever you're doing in SQL. The same thing you'll be doing in PySpark. So coding is not much difficult.
Okay.
Okay.
Sagar, in the SQL session only, will you cover the warehouse concepts? Where will you cover?
Warehouse concept will come with Snowflake, because Snowflake where we're implementing all warehouse concepts. Okay. Here we'll be building our all coding concepts with respect to all different SQL database on-prem system we'll be doing.
Sagar, I have a question. I have only 1.5 years of experience and Power Apps developer.
Okay.
So how should I get in? data engineer.
So you have how much? 1.5 year of experience.
That's my total experience.
1.5 year, you're saying? 1.5 years.
Yes.
Okay. Now there are opportunity for 2+ years of experience also, but I'll be very honest. Whenever you have like 4+ years of experience, you will get out of 10, 8 calls. For 2, now since we complete all the course, it will be like 2 years plus experience for you. Out of 10, you'll be having 5 calls. Whereas you have 4+ experience, you have 8 calls, and you have 6 years of experience. Out of 8, 9 calls will come. So it depends on how well you optimize your resume, how well you are active in LinkedIn, how well you optimize your Naukri and all. That all things again, KSR will be helping you out. But you have to completely show these 2 years of experience as Snowflake for you and all. You have to not go and concentrate a lot of stuff. If you know SQL, Python, Snowpark, DBT, and Airflow area, that's more than enough. For you can go and always go and concentrate and on these tools and start giving interview. If you have 4+ years of experience and all, you have to for sure add Databricks, have to add PySpark and all that will come into the picture at that time. Okay. Yep. Any doubts?
Sagar, one doubt I have.
Yeah.
While doing the job, that whole pipeline will build team people or individual only.
Okay. Now it depends on the requirement. Usually what happens in your real time, I'll explain you. Let me come here. In your real time. Now earlier, whenever you were working on on-prem system, your project used to go for 1 to 2 years, where we are building each and everything from scratch. Now your data engineering project will be max to 3 to 6 months. Okay. Now why this 3 to 6 months is, you have very big project of 2 years. They will divide that into phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, like this. And they will try to build these projects. Now under this 3 to 6 months, you will be having different teams. In that, 2 data engineers will be there, 1 data analyst will be there. There might be a chance of 1 QA, there might be an odd chance of QA, because data engineers will be only doing testing and all, and the managers will be there. Now if your project is complex, it will go to 5 data engineers. Now they will give you have 10 pipelines. You will be given 1 pipeline to build, or you will be given 2 pipeline to build. After you complete, again 1 pipeline will be given. It depends on the requirement. Now you will be there. If it is very small project, will be only 1 data engineer who will be taking care of each and every work. So, but the work will be distributed like this. 3 to 6 months they will be there. We'll build, you will move the code. Once that everything is tested, once it's productionized, we'll move to the next phase. Like that, you will be working in your real time. So there will be always teammates to help you out. Your manager will be there to help you out. It will be not much difficult. Again, I'm saying data engineer is difficult for clearing the interview. Again, I'm saying for clearing the interview, it will be difficult for you because you have learned this technology. Starting, you will feel like I don't know this stuff, what to answer and all. Once you give that 2 to 3, 4 interviews, you'll get that confident. That will also become easy. But once you clear the data engineer interview and get into job, it's one of the very easiest job, because most of the things will be routine works. Whatever the things we have built for other pipelines, we try to implement the same things, and it will be much more easier. Within 1 year, you will become pro inside data engineer. You will know each and everything what you can do inside data engineer. There might be a scenario where you will be having a difficult things where you have to build, but most of the things will be very easy to work as a data engineer. Only difficult part is you need to know different technology, you need to know different tools so that you can clear that particular interview. Once you clear, it is very easy and you can easily work. And earlier, since we have a lot of ChatGPT tools now, building of pipeline, building of coding also has become very much less now. You will be making use of those all things and easily build your pipelines. Okay. Praveen, right? Did I answer your question?
Yes, got it, Sagar. One more adding on that.
Hmm.
So after I did data engineering, do they will reach the production directly or they will reach a certain QA person?
They will reach. Sorry, what was the question?
So after completing the data engineering job, will they recheck our job like a QA quality assurance like that will be there, or it will go to good
See,
further?
it depends on project to project. Nowadays, in few of the project, we have QA. In few of the project, we don't at all have QA. We as a data engineer, they will say, go and test this and build your test reports and all. Now your data engineer is doing all development, they are doing unit testing, they are doing all QA work, each and everything they will be doing in some project. If there's a very business critical project, the client will demand, okay, we need to have QA. So you can have 10 out of, let's say 3 projects are there, one QA will be working. Whereas data engineer can work in only one project. He cannot work on 10 different projects at the go.
Okay.
Okay. Any other doubts regarding course, projects?
Hi, Sagar. Out of curiosity, I'm asking this one. So, what are the limitations Snowflake has?
Limitation. One of the limitation is Snowflake does not go and connect to the source and bring the data. Okay, even Databricks don't have that. They are building few things. Now, even in Snowflake, they have introduced something called the open flow, which is responsible to go and connect and bring. So that's the reason it will depend on something called as the ETL tools like ADF, Airflow. Even Airflow cannot bring because it's just an orchestration tool, or Matillion. It has to depend on external ETL tool to bring the data. Once you bring the data, you can do anything inside Snowflake. That's one of the limitations.
Okay. There are so many integration tools like Talent, Booming. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
What about that? So you can easily integrate with those tools with Snowflake. There is no much headache. Easily plug in kind of a things and you can do with Snowflake. Whereas Databricks and all, it will go very well with Azure because in Azure, they have created one of the service called Azure Databricks and that will directly integrate to Databricks. Whereas Snowflake is not like that. Any tool you take, easily it will integrate.
But you can get directly data from Amazon S3 buckets, right?
Yeah.
So
that you can do.
has.
But you have to bring the data to S3. That Snowflake can do. Okay. If you have a source as S3, it will do.
So, Sagar, one question on top of that. So once we bring the data to Snowflake, so you said we can do whatever we want. Let's say small transformation through SQL we can do, right? So after that, can we schedule and run it on particular cadence?
Yeah, that's what we do here. If you see
Through
here,
pipeline,
there is something called
okay.
Yeah, inside Snowflake only you can do. There is something called tasks. Using task, I can schedule my code. It will run at a specific time, whatever you schedule.
So it is again a pipeline, right? So then why we are going to Matillion then?
Inside Snowflake, this is a pipeline. But what's the disadvantage is here is I cannot write this if-else condition. If this task fail, you go to this task. These all things you can't do. One way pipeline I can do. If you want to do all those things, again you have to depend on ADF.
Okay, understood.
Or
So that dependency we cannot set up. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, dependency of one task on other task we can do. But if one task fail, you run this. One task fail, you do this. If this is success, you do this. That flow level I can't do. But this task is dependent on this task. This level I can do. It's a linear task.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts? Before closing, I'll just show you. Just a minute. Oh, how many more is there? Amesh, are you there? Like I'm not able to log in.
Yes, I'm here. So yeah,
Okay,
what we need to show?
Just a free how to access our free course.
Let me fix yours first.
Okay.
Your email ID. Yeah. So this issue will get up people like when we are using multiple devices sometimes, but immediately if you write an email to support, the team can fix immediately. Okay. Yeah, you can check it, Sagar, now.
Okay. So whenever you go to our website, you can directly go and search for KSR Data Vision. First time, if you're a user, it will ask you to create your profile and all. Please go and create your profile. And as soon as you create a profile, you log in. There is something called as a courses. You can click on those courses. You can see there is upcoming session or free sessions. Click on free sessions. You have your Snowflake related courses like here. Click on this particular Snowflake related course. Whatever the things we are doing with respect to roadmap, there is a particular YouTube video. You can go and check here. It is completely end to end, 40 minutes of roadmap, whatever we will be doing with respect to our project, each and then in detail with respect to tools we have shown here. Now, if you come back to here, earlier for you, it will be showing enroll courses. You have to go and enroll. Once you enroll, you can go and access the particular course. As soon as you come, a UI will pop up like this for you. Now, once you come with respect to UI, now, if you come here with respect to sessions, there is an ongoing session going on. Okay, for you, it will show as line. You can always come and join here. When next, after that, if any recorded sessions are there, you can click on play recordings. You'll be able to see the recorded sessions. Now, if you come and see, there are different modules. Under different modules, there is a Snowflake curriculum PDF. Click on that. And this is an end-to-end particular curriculum, whatever we are going and teaching with our course. If you come and see, first and foremost, we'll be starting with SQL completely from scratch. All the commands, each and everything we'll learn. And once that is done, we'll build end-to-end project while learning our tools. We'll try to do coding and all. We'll learn PL, SQL, everything. It will go for 3 to 3.5 weeks. After that, we'll be doing usually Python. Then let me come to Python. Then we'll come here. Okay. Python, again, whatever is required for your data engineer, each and everything that from scratch will learn Python, will build, all logic will learn, each and everything will implement with respect to Snowflake, will implement all the things, each and everything, whatever required, integration will learn here for 3 and 3.5 weeks. Then we'll come back to Snowflake. Once we come back to Snowflake, you will learn each and everything. Okay. It's not like a simple each and everything from scratch. You learn all the topics, foundation, data loading, data unloading, governance, how to manage your data, how to do orchestration inside your data pipelines, how to have some advanced features like iceberg tables, dynamic tables, how to do data warehousing stuff, like how we can do SCD logics and all. And these are the real-time implementation, nearly 14 plus real-time implementation we'll be learning, and each and everything will be having assignments. It's not like only teaching, we'll be giving a lot of assignments. And after completing our assignments, along with our Snowflake, we'll be learning our data warehouse stuffs and all, each and everything, how to implement. And we'll be building end-to-end project inside our Snowflake. Then we'll come to DBT. Again, each and every concept from basic to advanced, what we can do, DBT Cloud will be learning. And again, we'll be building 10 plus real-time use cases inside DBT. After that, we'll be building end-to-end project. Then you'll come and master your Airflow, each and all concepts with respect to Airflow. How can you integrate with respect to AWS? How can you integrate with respect to Snowflake? I'll be showing everything. We'll be building pipelines. More than 12, 13 pipelines we'll be building inside Airflow. Then coming to Databricks, we'll be learning PySpark, each and everything. We'll deep dive into Spark components, Spark architecture, RDDs, transformation, each and everything. Along with that, I'll be showing each and everything in Databricks. So we'll have look and feel of Databricks, how Databricks working, how backend everything it's working. I'll be showing you that. So you have that particular idea. Once that, since your Snowpark and Databricks PySpark, 95% of the code is similar. So we'll be trying to implement same in PySpark. We'll learn how to do that same in Snowflake. So each and everything we'll be learning parallelly. We'll finish this in 3 weeks. Then you come and learn open table formats also. Open table formats with respect to delta tables in Databricks, and AWS will be implementing iceberg tables, and we'll be seeing that. And coming to AWS, we'll be learning foundation, we'll be learning storage, we'll be learning AWS Glue, step function. If required, I'll be showing AWS Redshift as an introduction. Will not be deep diving, just as an introduction, how you can do manage logs and all. These are all things we'll be learning, and we'll build end-to-end project here. This is a real-time use case, what we are building. We'll be doing event-based pipelines, each and everything. And even in ADF, we'll learn all the pipeline activities, triggers, how to do all these things. And then we'll move all this end-to-end. Once that is done, This is completely how integration is done with respect to your. I'll show also how to run your Databricks with respect to ADF, how to run Snowflake with respect to ADF. These all things will go for 5 to 6 months, and Matillion will be given as a recorded sessions. If you want Matillion also, you can add. Only this one will be giving a recorded session. Around 7 sessions will be there, where there also around 10 plus pipelines we have built. Each and everything will be seeing in Matillion. This is how your roadmap will be there, or curriculum will be there. You can go and check in this particular website. Now, if you come and see the previous classes, for example, courses, my courses. Let me say my course. I went on. Okay, this is my assigned courses. This is the last batch. On August we started. Now each and everything, if you come and see sessions, we have taken 131 sessions total, each of being 1.5 hours. Started on March 25, August. End is 2026, March 4th. If you see each and every class, it is not showing up. Okay. It is loading. If you see, a lot of classes are there. Now we'll be tracking whether you are attended or not, absent or not, what you have done. Each and everything we have tracking here. And if you come and see SQL. Now, as soon as I complete my SQL, I'll be giving you notes like this. You'll be seeing all the notes related to SQL, whatever the things are there. We'll be giving you assignments, Netflix-based assignment. If you see around, these all are the assignments which we build on top of project. If you click here, you'll see assignment file will be there. You have to download that particular file. Assignments will be given like this. Each and every assignment, you have to come and solve that and submit, and we'll be tracking each and everything. Now, once you finish all these things, we have something called as Snowflake. See each and everything, all the contents what we have, whatever you require for Snowflake, each and every content, codes, scripts, each and everything will be given. Assignments, again, if you come and see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 12 assignments. Whatever the things I teach, on top of that, assignments will be there. And when you come with respect to interview-based questions, whatever is there, that I'll be giving. And once we complete our project, each and every flow, if you come here, this is around 34 lines of things. According to our project, what is the requirement? What is the real-time questions they can ask? Scenario-based questions. What is the sprint? How your planning was there? What all challenges you faced? How the project execution will be there? Each and every requirement that according to your project, each and everything documents will be given. Now, how you should come and explain and all business requirement documents based on each project will be coming and adding. Again, DBT, once we finish, 6 assignments will be there. All the project for this example, this is a project we did. And based on that, whatever the things are there, business requirement documents, interview related questions, what all things we did, each and everything, so that you can learn and directly go and give that. Matillions, again, recorded sessions, Airflow, once we do all the informations. And with respect to ADF, again, all pipelines, what we build, Snowpark, what all things we build, Spark and Snowpark, whatever things we build, each and everything will be given, and you can go and make use of this and prepare for your interviews. This is how your course curriculum will be there. More than 50 plus assignments will be there. It is not a simple thing where I'll come and explain theory. Mostly 80 to 90% of the time, it will be always scenario-based situation and will be implementing real-time scenarios. If you have any doubts regarding the course and all, please let me know.
Course timings, please.
Sorry?
Course timings.
Timings, okay. Classes will be Monday to Saturday, not every Saturday, alternative Saturdays might be there, 8 to 9:30. Whatever the projects and all we'll be doing on Saturday, because I need extra 2-3 hours based on your availability and all. I'll be scheduling that particular class, but it will be 8 to 9:30 a.m. if we miss any class on weekdays, I'll be taking one class on Saturday so that we won't drag our course. It will go up to 5 to 5.5 months. If required, it depends on how well you are grasping and all. If you want me to slow down and all, it may go up to 6 months also.
About fee details.
Sorry?
About the fee details.
About the fees. You're talking about fees?
Yeah.
Amesh, are you there? Mahesh, are you there? Satish? Okay, please reach out to admin. He will be helping you out with respect to fees. I guess it's I don't want to give a big price because I need Mahesh to answer that. Okay, I'll tomorrow we'll confirm on the fees. What the fees? I'll ask Mahesh or Satish to answer you that question. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sagar, in the brochure which you just showed, are we covering that coding part also, or Apache Spark and all? Because my current company is actually they are not using Snowflake; they are using the Apache Spark only. So, will we be covering that also?
See, I'll be covering here, but it will come after 4 months because PySpark and Databricks. Once we finish our Snowflake, then only we'll be doing them.
Okay.
We'll be spending around 2 to 3 weeks on PySpark.
So once complete this course, we are able to handle both the Databricks projects and Snowflake projects, both, right? Where in the outside market, some projects expecting Snowflake and
See, as I
Databricks
said,
also.
you can handle any Snowflake project, that I can guarantee. Databricks, I'll give touch base. I'll explain few things and I'll ask you to also learn few things. Each and everything, if I start teaching Databricks, it will only take 1 month. So we don't want to dump a lot of things on you. But in your resume, you can show that you have worked 80% on Snowflake, 20% on Databricks. But you can handle both the projects. If Databricks, they come and ask you, whatever is required to do day-to-day activity, that I'll explain. But not each and every feature of Databricks. Okay. Okay. Any other doubts? Are we good?
And one more thing, one more doubt I have. So while landing into the staging, right, some transmissions happening over there, and how the PySparks, Snowparks handling in Snowflake, and some
We
projects are
have.
using Snowpark, some projects are using
So
only
if you
Snowflake.
come, yeah, if you come and see here, inside Snowflake, if I add something called as notebook, okay, let me take any database. I'll create a particular notebook. So here you can come and write your PySpark code. Can you see here?
Yeah.
So these all are PySpark code. If you want, you can come and write here, imports your particular PySpark session and all. You'll be writing here. So and you'll be running these notebooks. You do
So
this,
we are
or else you write all your PySpark, create it as a store procedure, Python language store procedure, and you'll be running that store procedure. Okay.
So that means the external environment we can connect with the help of notebooks, and we can bring the data into Snowflake, right?
No, not external environment. All the environment is already there inside your Snowflake. There only you are doing. You're not going and connecting external. If you want to connect with VS Code, you can connect. There you do coding, it will be executing here. That you can do. Where you are running in Jupyter Notebook, that is executing. But not any other environments like how you can do on-prem Spark system, you can't do that. Or AWS system, you can't do that. Whatever is there, you can make use of that and you can do.
So this is recordings available always.
The
Right?
recorded sessions will be available for 1 year, the day you enroll. But if you require any additional recorded session, all we'll be asking you why required, what happened, why you could not get a job. Because within 1 year, if you won't get a job, that's a failure on our side. We'll try to understand, but we'll be extending the recorded session also when you require. And all that opportunity will be given. That's not like, but just for make sure that you complete all the courses within a year. That's the reason we'll give limit as 1 year, but if required, that will be extended.
So how about deployments? Nowadays we are using DevOps and
Yeah,
DevOps.
I'll be showing you how to integrate Snowflake and how to move code from one environment to another environment. Those things I'll be doing, not will be building any DevOps pipeline. Just one environment to another environment, how to do with respect to DBT, how we can do, how to do with respect to ADF and all, I'll be showing you that.
The data quality checks we can do it with the help of DBT and some
Yeah, that all,
outside
each and everything.
projects.
Yeah, we can do data quality checks. We can do all those things. We'll be doing each and everything in DBT.
DBT we have two, right? We have DBT SQL and DBT Python. Which one we need to focus mainly in outside as the outside market?
DBT SQL. Python they have introduced recently, but most of the companies are using DBT SQL. Because if you again go Python, again it's a high coding. So they don't want high coding in DBT. They want low coding.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. No worries.
So Sagar, the course access to the course. So if we enroll for the Snowflake data engineer, so you are covering few concepts on Databricks. If I want to explore for more Databricks, so my access will be limited to this enrolled course only, or we can access other videos on Databricks.
Whatever
If
I'm
any,
teaching with respect to my course, that will be there. If you want other courses and all, that you have to talk with admin. That will not be given. Each and every course access will not be given. Only with respect
okay,
to one particular course.
okay, okay. Got
Okay,
you.
that you can talk with Mahesh and all. We can discuss with him why we require and all. But if you enroll for Snowflake, you'll be only getting access for this. Whatever I shown here, right? This
Got
Snowflake.
you.
This
Yeah, got
access
you.
will be given. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Have we got?
Sagar,
Yeah. Good.
we get installation tools in our system.
Installation tool, we have to only for Airflow, we have to use Docker we required. That I'll be explaining how to do that. Apart from that, VS Code is required. Only these two. And if you want to practice MySQL, MySQL. So you need, if you are working as a data engineer, you need a good laptop. You need to have a minimum 8 GB of RAM, i5 processor. But almost 80% of the things will be doing on cloud. But few tools are there which you need to run on-prem.
It means web-based, right?
Yeah, it's all web-based. Your SQL is web-based. Sorry, your Snowflake is web-based. AWS is web-based. DBT is web-based. Even ADF is web-based. Material is web-based. Only Airflow and while running Python, while running SQL, will be using on-prem.
So all this open source or any subscription is needed for
No
Snowflake or any?
subscription. Everything is free. For Azure, you'll get 30 days subscription. For AWS, you will get 60 days subscription. For your Snowflake, you'll get for 4 months. I'll explain you how to get that. But if you expand, you can create n number of subscription for Snowflake. For Databricks, it's a free service is there. A free community edition is there. You'll get for lifetime free. Everything is there. Even for DBT, it is 14 days. I'll explain you how to extend that or not. Everything is free. You'll not be using any extra amount apart from our course.
Okay, understand. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, yes, Sagar, last question from my end. So, after learning this course, what kind of companies can I apply? So, I mean,
Any
what
company
kind
that
of
is
structure? Mhm.
okay. What kind of? Okay, go ahead. One issue question.
What kind of structure companies has? So, according to my after this course,
Hmm.
so which companies I
Okay.
can go?
Okay. Now, in companies, there are different based companies. One is service-based company, one is analytical-based company, one is product-based company. Now, product-based companies and all, they do a lot of filtering. You need to have a lot of more like data structure, algorithms, these kind of things you have to learn, which is more for filtering purpose. I would say you will be targeting most on analytical-based company like Tiger Analytics, Stradens. There will be a lot of Coforge, lot of companies and service-based companies, any service company, or there might be startup companies. These all companies you can go and target. But if you want to go and target Snowflake, Databricks, these all things, you have to have much more knowledge. You have to have a lot of certifications and all. to get selected. You should be very good in LinkedIn and all. You have to build your LinkedIn profile in such a way that they can go and select you and all. So you can almost go and cover 80 to 90% of the companies which are working on data.
Okay. So analytical companies only I can apply.
Yeah, you can apply
But
any analytical companies.
But these product-based companies, they are storing the data in different ERPs, right? So maybe their SQL only, I mean Snowflake only they are using for the analytical purpose, for BA, Tableau kind of thing.
It depends. Okay, I cannot directly comment on product-based company because they will be having a lot of things they will be doing. So they don't want to depend on one tool. They might be using Databricks also for doing some things. They'll be using Snowflake also doing some things. So product-based company we cannot directly predict. So how they are using it depends on all their tools or all the product what they are working. Okay. But the foundation is same. Any company you go, SQL, Python, data warehouse, PySpark. That foundation will be same in any company.
Yes, I have one more doubt I have. I saw some of the requirements in Snowflake admin and along with the Terraform creation of the objects using Terraform like schema.
That is not a data engineer role. That is specifically a data admin role.
Okay.
Okay.
So
if anyone is asking that,
we cannot apply that, right? Once you complete this.
No, we are not doing a developer. We are building a pipelines inside data engineer. I'll be showing some here and there the admin kind of work, but it will be 90% of developing work, not admin work.
As a developer, we need to perform data governance and applying some
that
security
all
policies.
Things will be seen. Yeah, that all will be seen.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, are we good? Okay, we'll continue same tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We'll be getting started with SQL. We'll be having 4 more demo classes. If you have any doubts, reach out to admin or you can ask in upcoming classes. Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.